very early in 2025, all hell is going to break loose. The volume of sightings, weird objects in the sky, it's off the charts. I am swamped by people sending me videos from all over the world. And it's not just in Bedminster, New Jersey. It's not just in the United Kingdom. It's India, Greenland, Russia, Kazakhstan, China, Japan. I cannot believe the volume of sightings that are going on at the moment. Something is showing itself in our skies. We are going to look back and we are going to say that the autumn of the drones was a turning point. There's consistent sightings of drones over military facilities. It sounds like nothing at the moment, but I wager it's going to turn out to be enormous. I think 2024 in future will be seen, ironically, as the calm before the storm. A reckoning is coming.
I think I might have found the truth to all these drone sightings. Watch this.
I'm making this video because I have figured out what the drone situation is. I was in the Army, active duty. I worked on drones. I was a maintenance NCO for some surveillance drones. And before that, I worked on the Apache, the Kiowa. I know aviation. So what people are not noticing is that you have two separate types of drones and two separate types of things in the air right now. First off, the drones that you see with flight lights or anti-collision lights or the things that the FAA requires, those are drones that are probably operated by the United States government. Now, the orbs that you've been seeing on the internet, that is the reason why all those drones are up there. And that is also why the government isn't telling you what's going on. And that's because the drones that you see that look like regular aircraft, those drones are up there to get some information on the actual orbs, which are actually the UFOs.
As y'all can see, these UFO sightings are really starting to get out of hand. I mean, sorry, drones. They really must think we dumb or something. They really want us to believe that there's some car-sized drones all of a sudden just flying around just above our trees, just above the tree line. Nothing crazy. But yet, people can't quite make out what these things are. They're causing camera equipment to malfunction in ways that we've never seen cameras do before. People will fly their actual drones to try to get a closer or better look at these things, and the battery will drain within seconds of being in the air. Y'all remember I told y'all back in like 2021, give it about 2 or 3 years, we're gonna get a whole lot of extraterrestrial activity. Here we are. Oh, I'm sorry, drones.
Night, officials in New Jersey sounding the alarm, now calling for immediate action by federal authorities against those mysterious drones in the skies for weeks now, with no answers about who is behind them. Dozens of sightings reported since last month, including near sensitive military installations and President-elect Trump's Bedminster Golf Club, where he resides. Claims made by one lawmaker that Iran is behind those drones.
Our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
They are not ruling out foreign involvement.
Iran, huh? See, I feel like they do this when they want to start a war. They put the blame on another country for an attack on U.S. soil when they don't know for sure that it is them. Let's be real. When they do that, when they place that blame on an adversary, it's because they have a different agenda in mind that they're trying to execute on. So they have to make it seem, oh, they were a threat to us, so this is why we're coming after them. Let's be real. As y'all saw in the beginning of this video, these drones aren't only a problem here in the States, but worldwide. Y'all, we're gonna need a translator for this one too. Somebody help me out in the comments.
Un asombroso avistamiento ovni ha sucedido, se ha captado en la zona de China, en donde ha dejado quizás a miles de cibernautas, me incluyo, con el ojo cuadrado. Imagínese usted que voltea hacia el cielo porque le llama la atención y se da cuenta que hay, lo repito, un extraño objeto volador no identificado, pero no es el clásico platillo volador o la esfera, no. Esto parece de grandes dimensiones, como si se tratara de un verdadero rascacielos flotante, y no lo estoy mintiendo, aquí lo estamos viendo en el video. ¿De qué carajo se trata? ¿Por qué están apareciendo todo este tipo de cosas y ahora se presentan en China? Híjole, tal parece que vivimos quizás en una realidad. ¿Será ficción? ¿Será mentira? ¿Será la vieja del otro día? No lo sabemos. ¿Usted qué opina acerca de esto? ¿Será acaso que los hermanos de otros planetas nos traen algún tipo de mensaje en estos últimos tiempos? Al final de cuentas, con mucho respeto, siempre lo digo, usted tiene la última palabra. Un abrazo fuerte.
Whoa! Okay, clearly that was something. That was my first time watching that clip in its entirety. At first, I didn't know what to make of it. I was like, maybe we're watching somebody record something that they made and put it in the water and it's making it look like it's in the sky. But no, whoever this is, they're driving and we see them keep going underneath these telephone lines, street signs or bridges, whatever it is that they're traveling under. They have their camera pointed to the sky and they're capturing this. Never seen anything like it. Wow.
Last night, starting around 8 o'clock, we started receiving multiple calls from residents about drone activity in the area. Officers went out to investigate. The calls and the sightings continued from 8 o'clock to about 11:15 last night, when then the drone activity moved away from us into Cherry Hill. We had varying reports of anywhere between 4 to 8 drones that were flying through the area. They weren't like the normal, drone that somebody would purchase and use in their home. They were large. Some were described as large as like an SUV, had blinking lights on them. At this time, we're still investigating. We have no information of who the drones belong to, what their purpose was. We are looking at possible connections to northern New Jersey that's experiencing the same type of incidents. But we do ask anyone with information about who's operating these drones, the identity of the drones. They seem to be larger than the hobbyist, and due to the number of them as well would classify as most likely not a hobbyist that's out doing these. We're working with I know Mount Laurel received complaints last night, Cherry Hill received complaints last night, and Medford Township received complaints last night. From what I understand, though, complaints and sightings occurred as far as Ocean County.
Supposedly, this is a picture of one of the car-sized drones flying around New Jersey right now.
Whoa!
What is that?
That's crazy.
That looks like a tail. What are these? I mean, it's a drone. Where are the rotors? Where's the battery pack? Where's the propulsion system? Because I don't see any of that here.
No.
I mean, come on, they're drones, really? And it's not just New Jersey. They're being seen all over the U.S. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're being seen all over the world. And it's the size of a car. What civilian or military drone looks like that? I mean, they're not trying to hide. They're flying low. I mean, what are these things? But they're saying, oh, there's nothing to worry about. We're investigating it. We're on it, but don't worry. They're just drones. Really? I mean, it's getting ridiculous. But no, they're just drones.
Right now, there's two type of people that are posting these alleged drones / UFOs, UAPs online. On one account, you have the people that are actually capturing some captivating video footage of these UAPs or drones. On the other, you have people that want to be cool and trying to get in on the hype. And they got boo-boo potato 99 cameras, and all they're capturing, there's freaking airplanes in the sky with flickering lights, but the airplane is white. It's in a dark sky, so it only picks up the light on their camera. They need to go sit down somewhere.
It's a plane. It's a plane with lights. No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
No, there's no clouds.
Shh. Quiet.
That's a UFO,
Look at it
dude.
on the camera. It's like a dome.
That's a UFO.
Quiet.
What the? Like literally,
Look
dude,
at that
that's
thing.
weird in the sky right there.
Dude,
Dude, are we watching a comet or shooting star falling?
no, that's not moving quick enough. There's no tail. That's a UFO.
There's no blue or red
Look,
lights.
something's coming off.
What the?
Coming right here.
It's not like an aura coming off. I've never seen anything like it. I got my video on $2 in the video this shit. What the fuck is that?
Dude, this is nuts.
Look at the UFO around it.
Look how the light's going off in two sides,
Look,
though.
look, it's moving.
Look at the lights are moving around it. What the fuck?
It's hovering.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I see that.
Look, it's going up. It's taking off. No way.
What the?
Look, it just went out to space.
What?
It just went out to space.
What the?
Went out to space.
What
Holy
Oh my
shit.
god. Hey guys, Vandenberg could have launched something.
As you were saying,
That could have been
as you were
Vandenberg.
saying, no alien.
No way.
Bro, that
No.
disappeared.
Yay, I have a whole lot of swearing to edit out this video. That's gonna be a lot of fun, but man, that was some compelling evidence right there. You see this spacecraft flying in the sky, whatever it is, and it's in our atmosphere before it's not. It takes off, it goes to outer space. It's clear as day that that's what happened. What do we have that's capable of that? Yeah, a rocket is going to go straight in that trajectory. It's not going to sit in our atmosphere for a while above our clouds in our sky for our eyes to see and then take off into outer space. No, it just goes. What was that? What do y'all think it is? Comment down below.
¿Qué es eso? No, yo tampoco. Es que la luz se mueve. No. Pero los platos no se mueven, mira. Pues ya mira. Y la luz está más fuerte. No. Yo me voy porque a mí me da miedo esto. No le encuentro forma, parece un círculo, parece... Está bajando. Ya está bajando.
I'm confused as to what I'm seeing here. For one, it looked like it could be a reflection, right? It looked like it could be a reflection from the lights from this spacecraft that's bouncing off of an object that it could be sitting or tilting on. And then this could be some sort of line. I would almost kind of imagine like a refrigerator, a stainless steel refrigerator reflection or whatever. But it could also be this thing's in the sky. This thing is beaming down its lights like we know UFOs to do. And this may be a telephone line or something of some sort. Now that right there looked like an OG UFO from like the 40s or 50s. I wonder what those ladies were saying. I don't speak Spanish. If somebody could translate down below what they were saying, it would be much appreciated. But comment down below. Do y'all think that was real or cap?
This video has just surfaced on X, and it's someone using a 200x magnifying zoom on a telescope, and they're zooming in on these drones that are all over New Jersey. And I'm freaking out because this thing looks exactly like the stars that I'm sure we all see in the sky every night.
Check this thing out. Anytime I try to zoom in with my camera all the way up to the drone, this is what I get. It has a round, like, shield around it. Fucking nuts. Well, right, that's zoomed in, 208. And I'll show you the drone right now. Up in the sky.
Please tell me you guys see these things too.
I ain't even gonna lie, he about scared me with that little alien at the end, but y'all see what I'm saying. They will use better equipment to zoom in on these things and you still can't quite make out what they are. But yet they want us to believe that they're just simply drones flying in our skies.
This is crazy. My God, look at it. That's not a plane.
What the heck?
That is wild. That's going way too fast. That's not. What's up with my camera? I had to go running and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me. What's with my camera? Look at this thing. Is he?
That's incredible. I couldn't begin to think for a second what this could possibly be if it's not your run-of-the-mill drone. The movement, how bright it is, how it's kind of playing with this man's camera and making it a little bit difficult to capture. Man, Man, something's going on in our skies, and I'm here for it. What the? These clips that I'm showing you guys are only going to get worse. And when I say worse, I mean crazier. Like, it all appears to be real. None of it appears to be AI. And seeing all of this, this has me thinking back on what we were told in regards to the New World Order and how they were trying to prepare us for a potential alien attack. That these things were actually going to be man-made aircraft being disguised as UFOs in the sky, so that we would think that we're being under attack by extraterrestrials, but really we're being attacked by our own military or our adversaries' military.
So if it wasn't crazy enough that these dudes just testified before Congress under oath that there are aliens here, the comments on YouTube are freaking out about her. Because Miss Luna here does not play games. So listen to what she asks and then watch this man's answer straight defy physics.
In our previous panel, we had Grush, and he had testified to say that some of these were interdimensional beings. Can you speak on that at all?
The human body can withstand about 9 G-forces for a short period of time before you suffer negative biological consequences, blackouts and ultimately redouts and even death. Comparison, our best technology, the F-16, which is one of this older platform, but one of our most highly maneuverable aircraft, manned aircraft, made by General Dynamics, can perform about 17 or 18 G-forces before you start having structural failure, meaning that the airframe begins to disintegrate while you're flying. The vehicles we're talking about are performing in excess of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Gs.
And in the reports, this isn't just in the air, this is underwater too. This brought to mind a supposedly controversial theory behind the seemingly impossible movement of UAPs, if we can in fact call it movement at all. He proposed that the way we were looking at it was limited, and that rather than moving through space as we know it, that instead these vehicles travel by shifting their point of realization in the field, which to any onlookers would certainly simulate movement, but would be more aptly described as a kind of rapid, continuous teleportation of sorts. So despite physically traveling, the object technically would be stationary, which in theory would make maneuvers of this magnitude survivable for organics. Which is why her inference that they might be living craft is an astute observation, because the instantaneous acceleration reported by multiple sources far surpasses the speed at which someone could access a control panel. It doesn't move like good reflexes, it moves more like straight synapse. And the actual scariest part is that despite all this, rent is still due.
Okay. Yeah, that's the part that kills me too. All this mess going on in the world, a potential threat on mankind's existence, and I still gotta pay rent. That's crazy. That's they don't care nothing about us. They really don't. They're gonna take all the money they can from us because rent is due.
What would you do if you saw this in your neighborhood?
This looks like Darth Vader's ship
that.
flying sideways, doesn't it?
Listen.
That's not a plane.
What the hell is that? And here's the thing. Are you ready for this too? A guy from Jersey, I was talking to Chad about it. A guy from Jersey put his own drone up into the sky to try to get near one of them. Fully charged, totally like a really good drone. Battery's done, and it fell down.
Quiet.
I'm dead serious. So it's either they think that we're stupid and we're not. Something's going on, and let's not pretend like this hasn't been going on. The spy balloons from China literally went from one side of our country to the other, and they're like, yeah, no, they're just weather balloons.
Yeah.
They're lying. And think about this: there's 39 days left to this election. If it's Iran, and I don't trust anybody that's in our government, who knows what the hell they're doing? We still have a bunch of days. Iran is our enemy. Right? That's what the media is telling us. How can they let this happen? How could she sit up here? This is the Pentagon girl, and we don't know the information. What are we talking about?
Like the idea that our enemy is capable of coming over here to U.S. soil and flying these aircrafts in our airspace, military airbase space, and we didn't detect them coming? Like, how? Whose fault is that?
I figured it out. I figured out why our military is not shooting down these drones. Have you been wondering, what the hell is our military doing? These drones are flying over our nuclear power plants, our military bases, all of our most valuable assets, our airports, etc. What are they doing? Why have they not fired one shot at these drones? Well, I think I got it. And it is terrifying. So, warning, if you don't want to know, again, now's the time to scroll. I've been wondering about this, but it didn't click until today when I saw this.
Why can't we just track where they go to? Seemingly they're going out to sea, to something, a ship.
Did you catch what he said? These drones are coming from and flying back to the ocean each night.
I should be ashamed of myself for saying this, but I didn't even think about that. Why isn't it that our military are not shooting these things down? And they're saying that these things are going out into the ocean and then coming back. Why aren't we following them? Why isn't that we don't know enough about these things, but yet they have been showing themselves for weeks now? Something isn't right. There's something that they're not telling us. Maybe they do know more than they're trying to make us believe they do.
What people don't know is that Hudson County, New Jersey, northern New Jersey, is the #1 place in the country where they have the most UFO sightings.
Really? Northern New Jersey?
Look it up, Jamie, if you get a minute, please, not to be rude.
But isn't that like near a couple airports?
No, it's closer to, like, you know, like when you live in New York City and you look at the Hudson River, they say that people go on their balcony, they're drinking coffee, they're talking on the phone, and they'll see a little flying saucer go by.
Really?
And I know for a fact that in 1976,
a little one?
Whatever the fuck they are, I know for a fact that in 1975 and 1976, you could check me out on this, a UFO landed in Hudson County Park. I was a kid, and the next day the feds locked off the park. They had yellow tape, they had samples. Go look it up, dog. There's a UFO. You see that's called, the North Bergen is where I'm from. That's called, I forget what it's called, but it's a circular building. So they did so much coke in there in the 80s, they called it the Grinder. That's what they called it, because it was shaped like the Stonehenge. The Stonehenge. I have a couple of friends that lived there. People that lived in that building have seen UFOs for fucking years. And if you go to YouTube, there's an actual North Hudson Park UFO. They dug up, they came out, there's a liquor store. And the liquor store guy says, you seen the lights, you heard like the organ music that they play. They landed, a couple Martians got out and took samples and got back in the thing and took off. There's a YouTube thing, there's a History Channel special about it, and I still remember being a young kid.
Did you find anything, Jamie?
That was what's popping up, all that stuff about that building. And
no.
Is there anything that says a UFO landed?
That's the story I'm reading right now is what he's saying, yeah.
And witnesses, it's not just one guy that says, I don't know UFO. It's people who got knocked on the door and said, did you see anything at 11, 10 at night? And they said, you know what? There were lights flashing outside. They contacted police departments to see if there was any. They went full. Then the FBI came in, circled the park, closed. It was by the Little League field in Hudson County. But it is, like you'd think it was Area 51, you'd think it was close to northern Las Vegas. The #1 place to see UFOs is northern New Jersey. They even made a reference to it in The Sopranos. When he said something, he goes, what are you talking about? Last week you said you seen a UFO in Hackensack. Because that's where they're at. Hackensack, Moonachie. Right. All those, you go to Moonachie, New Jersey, a lot of ugly people. A lot of people with big heads. The only good thing in Moonachie, New Jersey is fucking Segovia, the Spanish restaurant. It's been there since 19 fucking Schlemensky. I don't know.
Throughout history, there have been so many UFO encounters and sightings, and they're not all talked about. When you fast forward to today, we don't hear about all this stuff unless we're hearing about it from the people who are digging it up, doing the research, or like from Joey Diaz here, who was actually there and experienced something. Oh man, I can't wait to hear about this one. We're gonna find out, and best believe we're gonna cover it right here on this channel. That's all I got for y'all today, but that's not all I got for y'all, because on Monday I got a whole lot more to show y'all, and I'm pretty sure I will be finding more between now and then. Leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. See ya.